Hey guys, welcome back to another video where today we're going to be doing something new called story time. If you guys want to know what story time is, pretty much it's where you watch me play CSGO surfing while I talk about stories. The person who inspired me to do this is a YouTuber called Scrubby. He does a lot of story times on his second channel called Scrubs. Everyone go subscribe to Scrubby and Scrubs because he's on his way to 1 million subscribers. And so pretty much I found them really entertaining, so I thought why not do some on this channel. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be talking about my interesting trip when I was camping. Hope you guys enjoy this. It was pretty entertaining and pretty funny, actually. So, pretty much, there's only a few good parts of this camping trip. So, it was the second night. The next morning we were leaving, and this was in the winter, so it was cold, and we wanted to go sledding outside. So, we decided to go over to this hill where it led back. So, pretty much, it was like this big camp with like cabins and stuff. And so we went over to this other cabin. Next to it had a big hill that we kept sledding down. And so after sledding for a little bit, this other troop comes out. This is Boy Scouts. So this other troop comes out and they say, "Hey, what are you doing here? Get out." And we're just like, "Excuse me? This is a public place. We can do whatever we want around here and go wherever we want." And they were like, "You want to fight?" And we were just like, and then this one kid who's like, I swear he's like 4 foot tall, smaller than me, and he's just like, "This is war." And we're just like, no, it's not. And so then, like, this whole troop fight starts going on, and everyone has snowballs and just throwing them at each other. People are like, "Oh boy, you wanna throw a fist?" And everyone's just like doesn't know what to say or do. And so the both of the troops go have a little meeting on what their battle plan is, and we're just sitting down there being like, all chilling out because like we don't really care. And this one kid from the other troop comes down in a sled, and he must have thought that we were his friends because he comes down with these like perfect snowballs, and they were so hard. And so he comes down and he's like, "Here guys, take these." So we take all the snowballs, and then one of the kids from the other troop says, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm giving the snowballs to our troop." And he's like, "This isn't our troop." And then he's like, "Oh." And then he starts going back, and we start pelting him with snowballs. We sort of felt bad, but and then the whole troop comes back, and they all have snowballs and stuff like that. And one kid comes up to me, and we both have snowballs in our hand, and he says, "Watch out, I play baseball." And I was just like, "Oh boy, I'm really scared. I wonder what he's gonna do to me next. He's probably gonna give me a concussion." And and then, well, I actually have years of playing baseball. I used to pitch, but now I just completely play soccer. And so back to the story. He's like, "I play baseball." He throws the ball at me, and it literally hits the roof of their cabin. And just imagine going outside and throwing a snowball on top of your house. And that was literally what it was. And so then he's like, "Hey, hey, 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 hey." And then I throw the snowball so hard, and it hits him straight in the face, and he starts running back to his troop. And I'm just like, loser. And so then we sort of just like some of the other kids on the troop are memeing. They're like, "My mom is Big Chungus," and we're just like, okay, whatever. We keep sledding, and no one's really fighting anymore. So then eventually I go back to the cabin and I take a little nap. I wake up from my nap feeling like absolute garbage, and I'm just like, "Oh my god." So I come down, get a few sips of water. Everyone's like, looking at me strange, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yes." So I sit down, and all of a sudden I feel this, like, my stomach is like really starting to hurt. And so I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up." So I start running to the bathroom. As I'm running to the bathroom, I throw up while I'm running, going across the wall. Some of it got on the wall, and like there's a trail going leading to the bathroom, and it was disgusting. I had it over my clothes. It was like my favorite shirt, and I was like, no. And so then after a little bit, I come back, and they're sweeping it up, and they're like, "Here, just sip this water." And so they were like, "Don't drink it too fast." And knowing me, I thought that I was very I thought I was not hydrated at all, because I just took a 3-hour nap in my sleeping bag. It's a 0-degree sleeping bag. It was pretty warm. I thought I was like overheated. And it's like 12 at night. Everyone's still up at this time. It's a Boy Scout camping trip. I mean, what are you gonna do? And so I'm just sitting here like, I feel so terrible. And so then I feel it in my stomach again, and I start running, and as I'm running the same exact place, I throw up. But it's not throw up this time. I threw up everything last time. It was literally just water coming out of my mouth. It was so weird and disgusting. And so then I go back, and it's the same as usual. I finally, and like, then they're like, "Okay, just go to bed. Don't get up in the bunk, because we don't want you throwing up there, because then it'll be harder to clean." And I'm like, "Okay, fine." And they're like, "Sleep on your left side." And I'm like, "Okay." A few hours later, I wake up, and I'm just like, I don't feel great, but I feel a lot better. And apparently, last night, one of the other kids in the troop, let's name him Gary, he wanted to go outside because he just wanted to get some fresh air because he wasn't feeling too great either. So he goes outside, shuts the door behind him, and when he tries to go back in, the door was locked. By the way, it's like 20 degrees outside. He didn't have socks on. And he was telling us like he thought he was gonna like die like this, and we were like, I don't think you were gonna die. And so the other there's another kid in our troop. We'll name him Combat because he likes to hunt and stuff like that. So Combat hears this noise. He gets out his pocket knife and is just like whining. He is not gonna unlock this door. He is just standing there with a pocket knife. So it was pretty funny how then he finally realized that it was Gary banging on the door, wanting to get in. He finally lets open the door, and they go back to sleep, and it's fine. And so that's pretty much all that happened on that trip. I just wanted to share that because I thought some of the parts were pretty funny. And so hope you guys enjoyed story time. If you guys, so in the next story times, in the future story times, I need to come up with names for some of my friends because I don't want to share what their names are. So if you guys could leave names of who you want the characters to be called in the next story times, leave it down in the comments. Also tell me if you enjoy story time, if you find it entertaining. That would be really helpful, and if you liked it or not. So that's story time, and bye.